opening song.
Okay, we got an opening song. So you know we're doing the Beatles stuff today, and so I thought we could start off with our congregational piece. It's my favorite Beatles song, and it goes like this. Love, 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 love. Let's try that again. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. Nothing you can say that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to feel inside. It's easy. Here we go. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that can't be known. Nothing you can see that can't be shown. Know where you can be, and isn't where you were meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. She loves you, And you know, just maybe for a little tiny part of the talk, spirituality and the Beatles, love is another name for God.
Amen. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Elaine.
That's all you need.
Yes. Allow yourself to fully receive the energy that we have co-created here today. The totality of pure love, healing, white light, as we move in to a new era of time and being. Every moment we are bringing forth love or fear. Allow yourself to be washed clean of your past, purifying every thought, feeling, and emotion that has brought you to this point in time. Today's sacred moon offers an opportunity for us to begin anew, for us to manifest the experience of heaven on earth. In this pure state of being, all is well. Peace prevails, and perfect health is ours. We send this bubble of love to every one of our brothers and sisters on this planet. We ask that they feel and know the only reality there is, which is love. Holy Spirit, Mother, Father, God, we come together willing and ready to be your messenger of love, peace, and harmony. Please guide us, lead us, and direct us so that your will is done. Well, that was lovely. Thank you, guys. Beautiful. And if you haven't done so already, please silence your cell phones. Well, today is a wonderful day, as all days are. And I know last year, I've known Faerie Elaine for a long time. She I knew her from Florida when I had the Palm Beach Center for Living down there, and here we've come back full circle up to North Carolina. She came last year, offered a wonderful presentation, and back again to share her gifts with us. And you know, what's so funny is she booked this several months ago, and then we really didn't decide on right away what she was going to be doing. And then in the midst of all that, the Beatles concert with Terry and Tommy and the gang came the same weekend, which was all in divine timing. And so we're just into Beatles this weekend, what can we say? The other night, one thing that was so great was the costumes, the dress that people wore. It was fantastic. And I do hope when we have it again, everybody will dress up in their 60s gear again, because it was really sweet. But we're in for a great treat today. Who's never experienced Elaine? Oh, wow, you got a lot of newbies. So we are in for a treat, and let's give Elaine a nice warm welcome.
So good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Is that me?
Wasn't me. Okay. So, as you know, the topic today is spirituality and the Beatles, and I just wanted to give you a little history of how I came to get to do this program. Last year, I was going to be in two, like a Unity church and a Unitarian church in the northern panhandle of Florida. And whenever I do that, I like to try to book two churches on a Sunday. And then there's a church in Dothan, Alabama, Unity, with Reverend Glenda Davis. And she is a Science of Mind, or a religious science minister, but she got hired to be the minister at Unity. So on Wednesday nights, she has a Science of Mind service. And when I'm coming through, I like to do the Wednesday night for her. So it was last October, and I saw that it was October 8th. So I said, well, why don't I come and do Peace, Love, and Joy through song, and then we can have a birthday party for John Lennon, because the next day will be his 74th birthday. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so I worked up some songs by John, and was prepared to do the program. Not only John songs, but some of my own things, and present this nice program. Well, they had more people show up on a Wednesday night than they ever had before. And I said, oh yeah, the Beatles, yeah. So I thought, well, my next program that I want to develop can be spirituality and the Beatles, which is what we're going to have today. So the first time I did it was in March at the Center for Spiritual Living in Bradenton, Florida. And a couple of days before, the night before, something like that, this word came to me. It came to my head, and I thought, Beatleologist. I must be a Beatleologist. Is that a real word? So of course I Googled it, and yes, it's a real thing, and there was a test that I took, and anybody can take the test, and I aced the test, and I'm a certified Beatleologist. Well, there's other levels. So now I'm enrolled in Beatles University. I'm going for my master's, and I want to get 100. There's 50 questions, and there's some, like, how would I ever know what's the name of the diner that the Beatles ate at during the filming of Help? There's just a lot of questions like that. So there's a lot of research, and I'm taking my time. There's not really a big hurry to do this, but I want to get 100. Okay, so what I'm going to do is begin with what happened with the Beatles. They started together in 1960. They were together for just about 10 years. And can you imagine being with the same three people? You really can't have much of a life outside of being protected and guards, and because they would have gotten trampled. So I know they experimented with lots of different kinds of mind-altering substances, but then in 1967 or so, they decided that they would like to try to get high naturally. And in 1967, they learned how to meditate. They learned the Transcendental Meditation System. TM, anybody here ever do TM? Yeah, I learned it in the late 70s as well with the Maharishi yogi from India. So they learned how to do TM in Wales in 1967. But in 1968, they went on a big trip over to India to hang out with the Maha. That word means great. And in TM, you get a mantra. And the idea is you sit quietly with your eyes closed, and you don't lie down for this. You sit because the energy comes in from above and from below, and then it meets at your chakras. So it's very powerful to do meditation sitting. And you do your mantra. It's probably a Sanskrit word. You just repeat it over and over. And once you find yourself drifting from the mantra, you come back to it. And the idea is to get to a place where there's no thought. And when you get to the place where there's no thought, this probably takes quite a bit of practice. That is known as being in the gap. So you're in the gap. And when you're in the gap, it's really a place of oneness. And if you have set intentions that you're clear about, it's really good to get into the gap, because that will help you to, right, Ms. Manifester over here. So this song has a mantra in it. And it's a Beatles song, but actually John wrote it, my favorite Beatle. In fact, I was John Lennon. I was about 10 years old when the Beatles came to the United States. And does anybody know the first time they were on TV here in the States? What was it? Ed Sullivan? It was January 3rd, 1964, and it was the Jack Parr Show. And I saw it. I just happened to not be able to sleep that night. I went downstairs and turned on the TV, and there they were. And right around that time, their music started becoming more popular. So February 9th, 1964, they were on the Ed Sullivan Show. And so we used to play Beatles. So I was John. This is how John would be. I was always John. And we didn't have guitars. We had badminton rackets. So this song has a mantra. And again, I'm going to be doing spiritual interpretations of their words, the idea behind it. So when I first heard this song back, I think 67, 68, it just sounded like John being flippant, and where he goes, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Yeah, nothing's gonna change my world. But actually, if you think about it, on the material plane, everything is a thing. And then when we get into the spiritual plane, there are no things. No thing. Where do our thoughts come from? They come from nowhere. All of a sudden you get a thought, and then the thought can manifest into a thing, but it's a place of nothing. So the way I interpret it is, nothing or God or spirit is going to change me. And it can also be interpreted as, I'm so steeped in my spiritual beliefs that nothing is going to change that. So, life is an interpretation. And then the mantra is, Jai Guru Deva Om. And of course, Om is the universal sound of creation. Jai Guru Deva, Jai means hail or victory to, honor to. Guru is the inner teacher, and Deva is God. Devi is the feminine way to say God in Sanskrit. So, Jai Guru Deva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Let's try it together. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Words are flying out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass. They slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They humble quietly as they make their way across the universe. Shades of earth are ringing through my open views, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love, which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. A John song, and now this is spirituality and the Beatles, so it doesn't necessarily mean songs by the Beatles, but songs by a Beatle, as this next one is. This was written by George, and George was really highly spiritually aware and evolved. When he went to India, he was really seduced by the Indian music and the religion, particularly the Hare Krishna. He became a Hare Krishna devotee. And do you remember in 1970 when he had that song that had the Maha mantra? Again, Maha meaning great. My Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, I really want to see you, I really want to be with you, I really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord. I really want to know you. I really want to go with you. I really want to show you, Lord, that it won't take long, my Lord. Yeah, he really wanted it, didn't he? He went too early, in my opinion. My Lord, my Lord, hallelujah, my Lord, hallelujah, my Lord, hallelujah. all the guilt and the fear. When that Maha Mantra came on, I was just chanting right along. Then in 1987 or so, one of my best friends became a Hare Krishna devotee up in New Jersey. And I used to go with her to the temple in Brooklyn. We would dance and chant for hours, and then you would get fed, prasadam, blessed food. And George even said, oh, it's a trick, because Krishna was omnipresent, omnipotent. He could see with his mouth and hear with his eyes and taste with his ears. So you would get that Krishna consciousness when you ate the food. And I think it happened to me. And there's George. Now we're going to move on to a Paul song. Around 1969, 1970, there was a lot of turmoil in the Beatles. Remember that? There was a lot of turmoil, and they kind of kept breaking up, but not breaking up. And evidently, Paul was very upset by this, and he had a dream one night. And his mom came to him in a dream. Now, his mother had been gone for many, many years. In fact, when John and Paul met, that's one of the things that bonded them, that they had in common, that they had both lost their moms very early. And so his mom came to him in this dream, and basically she said to him, allow it, it will be okay, allow it. But she used the words, let it be. And that Mother Mary, that's not the Blessed Mother, that's his mom, that was her name, Mary. So let's try singing a little bit of. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let me hear you. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me. There will be no sorrow, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be no sorrow, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And so we're going to move on, and this is a Lennon and McCartney song, but you know, whoever sang the song, that was the one that wrote most of the song, the majority of the song. And in the beginning, when they started to write songs, the reason they wrote songs was because they would be on these programs with 7 other bands, and maybe they'd be the 5th or the 6th band to go, and it's, oh, we can't do Long Tall Sally, so-and-so, Dave Clark 5 just did it, or they couldn't do a lot of the songs that they had planned to do because other people would do them. So they decided to learn how to write songs, and thank God for that, right?
Yeah.
So this comes along with the idea that we have basic needs. We have survival needs when we're born. And a lot of times people get needs and wants mixed up, but we have really very few real needs. And they are what? Air, water, food, shelter, clothing maybe, sleep, yeah. But then once those basic survival needs are met, there's another need that comes in, which is the need for relationship and love. Because, we're not an island, we're not a rock, and people who need people, that's a different show. So this is one that Ringo sang, but it's a Lennon McCartney song, and I think most of us know this. It goes, what would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with little help from my friends. I get high with little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with little help from my friends. I get high with little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Let me hear you. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with little help from my friends. I get high with little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I just need someone to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. I get high with little help from my friends. I gotta try with little help from my friends. I get by with little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with little help from my friends. With little help from my friends. I have a little confession to make. I usually do that song on the 2nd fret, so it's like I got up here and oh my God, where's this? So we're going to move on to another George song. George was a wonderful songwriter, really understated, and in fact, I'm learning more about his songwriting, especially the records that came out, All Things Must Pass, and really spiritually aware. And I could probably do a whole program of just his music. Maybe that'll be next time. So I don't really know very much about the Tao, but he did the from the Tao of Lao Tzu, and Lao Tzu was the father of Tao. And I have a friend, Ellie, who was visiting me last winter when I was working on this program, and she had studied with this guy, Master Cho. She went to China to study the Tao, so she knew a little bit about the Tao. And I'm like, well, what is it? She said, well, if I tell you what it is, that's not it. And that makes sense to me, because I remember when I was in the 70s, I had taken the S training. Anybody here ever taken that, the landmark stuff? Now it's landmark, but then it was S. And I was trying to, share. I was sharing it. And when you share something, you get it again. I understand that. It's powerful and important. But sometimes we can share from a place where, we have the answer and you don't. And so I was sharing with a friend of mine, and he said to me, well, and he was a meditator, TM. He says, well, those who know don't say, and those who say don't know. So this is called The Inner Light, and the way George does it, he has all this Indian music backing it up, the sitars and those Indian, I forget what they're called, but the horns, and it's almost a startling rendition or the arrangement of it, but the words are so cool. So I'll just do my own. I'm not the Beatles, and these are my interpretations of their songs. But just a little song. Without going out of my door, I can know all things on earth, and without going out of my window, I can know the ways of heaven. The farther one travels, the less one knows, the less one really knows. Without going out of your door, you can know all things on earth, and without going out of your window, you can know the ways of heaven. The farther one travels, the less one knows, the less one really knows. Arrive without traveling, see all without looking, do all without doing. George. This one is a John song, and I sang this song lots of times. I've sung it at bar mitzvahs mostly, but this was one of the ones I included in that birthday party last October. And this is one of the songs that helped me figure out that I could actually do this program, because in this song, he uses affirmation. And I did a little bit of research also, because last spring I took Roots of Science of Mind. And we studied a lot of the different teachers, same ones in Unity, and Emerson and Thomas Troward. Well, they talked about a man named Emile Coué, a French psychologist. He was around in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And he introduced a popular method of psychotherapy and self-improvement based on optimistic suggestion, aka affirmation. And he had a lot of physical patients that had problems. And so he taught them to say, every day, in every way, I am better and better. Not it's getting better and better, but I am better. And when you use the I am, it's much more powerful. I mean, it's powerful to teach a little kid it's getting better and better. Every day it gets better and better. To have that in your consciousness and your unconsciousness. It's wonderful, but it's more powerful, I am getting better. So here we go. Close your eyes, have no fear. The monster's gone, he's on the run, and your daddy's here. Sing it with me. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Before you go to sleep, say a little prayer. Every day, in every way, it's getting better and better. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Out on the ocean, sailing away, I can hardly come of age. But I guess we'll both just have to be patient. 'Cause it's a long way to go, a hard road to hoe. Yes, it's a long way to go, but in the meantime, before you cross the stream, take my hand. I love this. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans, right? Beautiful, 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 beautiful more. Beautiful, 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 beautiful more. Before you go to sleep, say a little prayer. Let's do it the Kui way. Every day, in every way, I am better and better. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Darling, 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 sure. So I was at a retreat in the last part of August and beginning of September, and one of the things everybody got to share was, think of something that brought tears to your eyes, something that brought tears, happy or sad or whatever. And the last time I cried was, I was doing this program, and when I got to the part about I can hardly wait to see you come of age, because he never got to see Sean come of age, and it just like I got choked up in the song. So a beautiful song, beautiful songwriter, beautiful people. So this is another, actually this is a Yoko and John song. And this is on my Art of Peace CD. I just love this song so much. I recorded it a long time ago. And it has spiritual aspects, New Thought especially aspects, because they talk about, you see, you can see, so we can visualize something, and it can come to us. We see it can come to us, and then you can feel it, and it can come. But if you combine the vision and the feeling, the thought and the feeling, it's a powerful message. So this is called "Oh My Love." For the first time in my life, my eyes are wide open. Oh, my lover, for the first time in my life, my eyes can see. I see the wind, oh, I see the trees. Everything is clear in my heart. I see the clouds, oh, I see the sky. Everything is clear in our world. Oh, my love, for the first time in my life, my mind is wide open. Oh, my lover, for the first time in my life, my mind can feel. I feel So it is. One more song. It's a Paul song. And in the 80s, I took an American Sign Language course. I wanted to add it to my program. And I took it at County College of Morris in Randolph, New Jersey. I think it was 10 weeks or something. And so for our final exam, we were supposed to come in with a cassette tape or maybe a CD. They were kind of new in those days. And sign our song. So I brought my song in my body, and it just happens to be a Paul song. And it's from my favorite album, the White Album. And it's called I Will. So I hope I don't stutter too much here. Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Will I wait the lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really matters. I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. And when at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do and dear you to me, you know I will. I will. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da.
No